Hello, listener. This is a Choose Your Own Ending video. You'll be presented with a selection screen at the end. If you want me to come out victorious, then select Vampire Bride's ending. Or, if you've had enough of vampires and want them eradicated like I do, then select Slayer's ending. Hey, that's not nice. I'm not a nice person, sweetheart. The selections will come up at the end of the video, and they can also be found in the description box below. Enjoy! How could you say that? I thought we were friends. I don't make friends with vermin. My dear, I don't know why you insisted on coming with me. You could have sent any of your men instead. This is the riskiest thing I've ever seen you do. I just hope this is the correct choice. I told you. I could have handled it. I know I'm stating the obvious, but you do realize that if they were to kill you, then they would have eliminated the most important vampire of your bloodline. I'm just worried about you, that's all. I'm not at all surprised that the masterminds behind the Slayer organization have chosen to base themselves out of this busy town. Yes, I suppose it is a smart thing to do. With all the tradesmen and visitors who pass through here, it would be easy for them to get information in and out. Plus, the population here is high. They can just blend in without being noticed. When we got here in the early hours of this morning, not a single curious glance was cast towards us. I know we're dressed in this bland human clothing, but it appears that these townspeople are completely used to the presence of strangers. We need to make good use of our time. The solar dust we've ingested will allow us to function during the daytime. They won't expect us right now. We'll strike when the enemy's guard is down. How exciting! And because we've already scoped out the area, we know exactly where they're hiding. You're certain you picked up Lupo's scent last night, yes? Good. So, if you don't mind me asking, what was the issue between your clan and the werewolves? A territorial dispute, huh? They broke their end of the contract first? Ah, an old grudge. I see. You know, I still think you should have stayed at home. You sure know how to make me shut my mouth, don't you? And I should know better than to convince you not to do something you've already made up your mind about. Okay. When we get there, we'll need to take down the guards around their hideout. And if I know slayers, they're most likely to have set up some traps as well. Once we navigate ourselves through those, we'll move in on the masterminds and take them out. My contacts told me that the enemy's base is underground, and that was also confirmed by the man we caught. Yes, the one who used to work for those vampire slayers. As much as I hate to admit it, the Slayer organization they've set up has done quite a lot of damage to the vampire population in this little country. Those are people who know exactly what they're doing. So even though we think we have the upper hand, we still need to be very careful. Thank you for the leg up. Before we move in, there is one more thing. Stop. Look at me, my love. If things go wrong, I want you to get yourself out of there first. Do you understand? Yes, I know how you feel about me, and I thank you for your love and affection. But you have been alive for hundreds of years. I should not have to explain to you that your survival is much more important than your sentiments. The blood that runs through your veins will create many more powerful vampires to come. This concerns the survival of our kind. If things go wrong, I'll hold them back. You do not stay to protect me. No! Promise me right now. Good. A vampire's promise. Thank you. Well, looks like we're here. Let's get down to business, shall we? I'm ready when you are. It's time to do some slaying of our own.
How are you feeling, Mr. Lupo? Itching for the kill? A little bird told me that Victor and his new wife arrived in town during the early hours of this morning. I sense they will attack us soon. I'm glad our plans have finally come to fruition. Hiding away underground, eliminating the vampire population around here group by group, all in an attempt to lure Victor out. Our patience has yielded the desired results. Worry not. That has all been set up. I double-checked the traps earlier and briefed the guards. Looks like we'll face those vampires soon. I only procured enough solar dust for the two of them, so there's no need for us to worry about a surprise attack from a whole mob of bloodsuckers. The poison I put into that solar dust will be our biggest trump card. Revenge will be sweet. We shall capture them, attempt to extract any important information they have regarding the vampires in this area. Then we'll kill them. Perhaps after today, you will finally be able to sleep through the nights without thoughts of vengeance. And I hope too that those nightmares about your family will eventually fade away. Hatred is a poison that can affect even the best of us, Mr. Lupo. But life isn't fair, is it? You and I both have seen too much to still believe that virtue always wins. It was especially hard for me to throw that notion out the door. When I was younger, I wanted so badly to be good. I thought all slayers were good people. I thought we were fighting the good fight. But instead, I learnt the hard way. When it comes to this line of work, morals and ethics go out the door. We do the job that needs to be done, the job that no one else wants to do. I agreed to help you with all this because I want you to move on with your life. After today, once everything is over and done with, I plan to take you somewhere quiet for a while. I have always been a killer because I was trained as one from a very young age. See this? A scar that runs all the way from the inside of my thumb to the base of my elbow. I got this scar when I was 10 years old. You would think that a vampire did it, but no. This was inflicted upon me by my own father. All because a vampire took my mother instead of me. After he did this, he cast me out into the streets. What followed is a long story, but I was eventually picked up by a slayer. Most like me are not as lucky. We all have pasts we want to get away from, Mr. Lupo. Shh. I hear something. I think they're here. Stay behind me.